are you able to experience a stressor, process that stressor, and then move on from that stressor? So it's this concept of resilience. How able are you to bounce back from a physical stress, an emotional stress, a psychological stress? How able are you to get out of sort of that anxious stress, fight or flight mode and into that calm, rest and digest mode? And I'm not talking about, ignoring problems or ignoring issues. It's actually addressing them, figuring them out, processing them in a way that makes sense to you. And for everybody, that's going to look a little bit different. Some people, physical movement helps them just kind of process and release anxieties and stressors. Some people like to talk it out. Some people write it out. So there's lots of different ways to do that. But are you able to experience the ups and downs of life? Because life's never just going to be like this. And frankly, we wouldn't want it to, but it's very dull. We're going to experience stressors, short-term and long-term. And one of these markers of health is resilience, is this ability to bounce back from these things, the ability to get sick and then recover from that sickness. Does your body have the reserves and the stores and the things to help you bounce back from that sickness? And so looking at health from that perspective of, can my body experience everything that life has to throw at it in a way that when I come out the other end, I know that I've processed it and I'm feeling stronger and I'm feeling better and I've learned maybe something along the way. And not everything is thrown in our paths to teach us a lesson. Some things just happen.
Yeah.
But can we come out the other side? And can we come out the other side feeling like ourselves? And we might be changed for sure. But can we come out of that and figure out, okay, maybe life needs to look a little bit different. Maybe I need to incorporate more soothing practices into my health routine instead of more stimulating practices. So figuring out kind of seasonally or yearly, or we go through different seasons of life, different changes, different experiences. And sometimes we need to adapt and shift the way that our healthcare routine looks based on that. And I think that's a huge marker of health, is that ability to figure out what you need and to be able to give yourself that, or to ask for it from others if they're able to help you and to help you with that. So this concept of resilience, I think, and there's lots of things we can do in terms of, I love herbs. Another thing Monica and I were chatting about before we started. I make all kinds of herbal blends with my different roots and herbs and spices, but there's different herbs and things called adaptogens that can be so great for supporting our stress response and our ability to bounce back from illness and stress and that kind of stuff. We can make sure that we're eating foods that contain the nutrients that our bodies need. So B vitamins, vitamin C, lots of zinc and antioxidants and fiber to help nourish our digestive tract, and all these different foods and that joyful movement. It all comes together to create a package that can help increase that resilience and increase that ability for you to bounce back and to feel like yourself, to feel like you're living the way that you want to live, in the body and the way that you want to feel, regardless of what it looks like. It's all about how you're able to approach your days, how you're able to approach the food on your plate, how you're able to approach your relationships with people. Like, it all interacts. And as a holistic nutritionist, we tend to look at like the big picture. Yes, food is very important, but it's often the foundation upon which we build everything else. So looking at that ability to adapt to and come back from stressors, I think, is a huge marker of long-term health.